Take me by the gimp legs, throw me on the bed, stomp me in the dick until I'm dead. Anyways, no, little man, come on, sit down. Get out of Daddy's face. Sit. Sit, mister. Alright, you want to get on the blanket? Come here. Why don't you get on the blanket, lay with Daddy. Come on, get between Daddy's legs. Come on. No, get down here where it's warm. No, come on, keep Daddy's legs warm. There you go. There you go, you little bastard. No, you get under there, you little bastard. Come on. Good boy. Anyways. Whew, good boy. Yeah, good boy. You are nice. You are kind of nice keeping Daddy's legs warm. Nothing like a nice little warm beagle down between your cold thighs in the middle of winter. But whatever. I'm not here to talk about that. Although I could. So, holy fuck. There's so much to talk about. Like, insane shit to talk about. Now, I sent you the link. In fact, you know what? I might even put it in the description. I don't usually do that kind of stuff because I don't really give a damn, but I might put the link to this video in the description. Because actually, I still got it. I still got it saved on here, so I don't even have to look it up. So, anyways. This video, holy shit! Like even if like 3 words of what this video, it's a 3-hour video, so let's say a word an hour is correct. Holy shit, there's some fucked up shit going on. Okay, like I said, it's a 3-hour video, and I watched the whole thing. I usually don't give a damn about that. Like I'm not a history buff, but this stuff is fascinating. This stuff legitimately fascinated me. Holy crap. I mean, the idea that our government was playing both sides, and we've known that for, I mean, you don't need like a WikiLeaks to understand that. We've known that our government has played both sides numerous times. CIA bullshit. Okay. That we were essentially making money off of Hitler. Okay, like their tanks, engines were built by Ford. Their tanks were built by Ford. The engines, so on and so forth. The fuel that they were using was, you know, our own government and rich people in this country, Rockefellers and some of the other sons of bitches, were actually funding Hitler and shit. Potentially, and making money off of it. And now we've known that for a long time. Like, for example, we knew that Halliburton and Dick Cheney made a lot of money off of Iraq War. We've known that. But just to see the depth of what they are willing to do is insane. It is, holy shit, it is insane. It is like, okay. Now, you look what those sons of bitches, the Bushes, the Prescott Bush, that son of a bitch. Holy shit. An old man Bush. There's links to him in JFK. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a history buff, so I don't really know a lot about JFK. But this video, holy shit. Holy shit. Dude, there was more than 3 gunshots. First it was 1 gunshot, then now there's 3 apparently, or whatever. Dude, there was a lot more than 3 gunshots going on in that video. And the speculation that they killed, what was it, the police chief who sort of looked like JFK, and then they had to like do constructive surgery. And his wife, what's her face, looked at the body and was like, that's not him. I mean, that shit is, oh my god. Like I said, even if a quarter of what this guy was saying, it was true. Now, apparently, I guess it was some leaked information or whatever. Trump gave out some information or something. So there's like all these new documents and stuff. Now, I don't think there was too much in that stuff, because I think they blocked out a lot of that shit. But holy fuck. I mean, and then you see what they, I mean, the ties to the mob. And how the mob is basically just running the government. I mean, essentially. And then you put in the skull and crossbones. bullshit with the bushes. Holy Christ, dude, you understand? We're talking about like Illuminati underground bullshit here. Now, I'm not like into conspiracy. Well, no, I am into conspiracy theories. But like, this is like legitimate shit. These people are into some weird freaking shit. They're not just little, good old boys fraternity shit. Okay, the Skull and Crossbones are into some shit. And they clearly are at high levels. I mean, Jesus, at least two of the presidents, no, shit, more than that, there's more than that. But at least two of the Bushes were freaking president that were Skull and Crossbones. Kerry was high ranking. There was it Taft? Or was he a Mason? Whatever. I can't remember. They're basically the same, though. They're basically just an off branch of the same Illuminati bullshit. But it is absolutely freaking insane. Now, this guy could be completely off his rocker. I don't know. Like I said, if even a tiny bit of what he's saying is even remotely possibly true, holy fuck. Now, that brings me to my next point. My next point. Now, apparently there's this new conspiracy theory, that, well, actually, Bill Gates apparently referred Donald Trump, he compared him to JFK. Now, personally, I think that's a little fucked up, but whatever. But if you actually look at their life, there's a lot in common. They both didn't go to the war. Although he was technically, I think, a Navy guy? Whatever. He did do something, but he didn't actually go to war. He was in the military, where Trump dodged it completely. They were both relatively rich. They had relatively rich fathers. I mean, there's a crap ton of similarities. Like they almost mirror each other. The educations and all this stuff and everything that they did and their aspirations for life. I mean, they had a lot of similarities. And the freaking end times prophecy. Now, I don't know if I buy this. I have to think about this a little bit. I don't think I buy it right now currently, but the end times prophecy of the antichrist, whoever that be, will have a head wound, and said head wound will be healed. Well, JFK had a head wound, and it has been fixed or whatever by Trump being the next placeholder in that concept. Now, I don't know if I buy that, but it would be kind of interesting, because he would be literally the anti-version of JFK, because JFK wasn't fucking around with the mob. He was actually using the mob and saying basically, "Fuck you! You're not gonna roll over me like that." Basically, he kind of went in there and manipulated them and treated them like idiots. Basically, he fed them information that was wrong, so on and so forth, because they had been running roughshod over everybody. One of the things of the Skull and Crossbones is that they basically go in to this dark room that's got all this felt on the wall or something that makes it look really evil, because it's this black dark room, and apparently there's a coffin in there, and they get you drunk and basically fuck you in the ass. That's what they say. And I guess what they do is they videotape it and they hold it over you. So if you tell what went on, or you do this or that, or you don't do what you're supposed to do, we've got this incriminating evidence on you, kind of a deal. And there's basically sodomy going on there. And the idea that the Bushes were, butt banging each other, basically, and then after you see what potentially happened with JFK and Old Man Bush, and there's a picture of a guy who looks a lot like Old Man Bush. In fact, shit, you look at the guy in the photo, It looks like W. So obviously that's old man Bush. I mean, it looks just like W. It looks like a younger version of W. It's insane. These people conspired. It wasn't some lone idiot gunman who just conveniently got shot on his way. I mean, come on, dude. And if you even watch the video, there is no... I'm sorry. There is no way a lone gunman from however many yards away is going to shoot him dead in the head in a moving vehicle. I mean, do you understand the type of... I don't think there's that many marksmen in the world who could make that shot. Now, the guy did want to suggest that the vehicle did stop, even though the video doesn't show it. They're saying it was CIA manipulation, that the car just kind of kept going. But the people there said that the car went a little bit and then stopped. I guess like eyewitness or whatever. But you see the video and it doesn't. Because there is no way somebody's going to make that kind of shots with all that chaos going on. That's not going to happen. I mean, you'd have to be the single best marksman in the universe, okay? Now, we know there was at least one shot that missed. There was at least two shots that missed. And he got him on the third shot. So obviously he wasn't that good of a marksman. But all of a sudden, just because the car's moving and it's like, oh, let me line it up and pew! And just magically hit it. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break with that shit. Give me a break. And there's some weird shit like one of the Secret Service was running along the car, and somebody in the car behind them is like, he told the guy to leave, and the guy get kind of like, you see him throw his hands up in the air like, what the fuck, I'm supposed to, that's not what I'm supposed to do. And the guy's like, there's some really weird shit going on. I mean, there's some legitimately weird shit going on. Like, there's speculation that they had Air Force One and Air Force Two planes going, and the body was on one, and it was this guy who could manipulate the bodies, and he went and actually did that. He took the police chief who looked a lot like JFK, and what was his name? I forgot that one dude's name. G. Gordon Liddy, or whatever the fuck his name is, that stupid son of a bitch, supposedly shot the police chief, or commissioner, or whatever the fuck it was. And he shot him in the back of the head, and JFK got shot in the front of the head. That's after he got shot in the throat, which was like point blank, like frontal. So there's like these weird angles and shit that just don't line up. Now, I'm not going to talk conspiracy theory about that, but there was definitely something going on there. And the video suggests that he basically took the brain of the one guy and put it in the other, and then they ended up fucking it up somehow, so that the bullet literally had to do a U-turn in his brain. So it entered from the back, because the doctor said that there's no way the bullet could have done what it supposedly had done, because what he saw was that it went into the back of the head, did a U-turn, and came out the other side of the head, based upon the damage that he saw, which is absolutely insane. I mean, it's absolutely insane. And something to do with the like, this was from top down, like top down, top up, bottom down, the whole nine. Like, they were removing bullets in the ambulance, which I don't know if they would do that in the ambulance. I don't know if they have the ability to do that in the ambulance, to start removing bullets and shit like that. Usually you see it, they got to go to the hospital to get that shit removed. But they were removing bullets from his body in the ambulance, so I don't know. It's really weird shit. I mean, just really outlandish shit. Because, I mean, let's be honest, that shit was before my time. And then, God, and then you see, what's his name, getting sworn in as president. And he looks over at the one dude smiling, and they're smiling at each other. And JFK has just died. The wife is standing there. Then Johnson or whatever smiling. It's like, what the fuck are you smiling at, dude? It's fucking scumbags. All of them. They're all a bunch of scumbags. And then apparently, who was it? I think it was, I want to say the Bushes? Somebody, some high-ranking people basically put an ad in the paper for like a scumbag person that would, you know, that they could use as a political pawn. They actually took an ad out in the paper. And of course that happened to be Nixon, which then led into the freaking Whitewater, which was a cover-up potentially for JFK, among other things. The same people were involved, and it, like I said, this was before my time, so, or our time rather. And then sometime around like 77-ish, when I was born, all these people in the JFK assassination just started randomly dying. Like 2 or 3 guys at a time would die in the same day. That were all, you know, that this video said. Dude, it was just holy shit. I mean, that's some fucked up shit. Now, like I said, even if a minor part of that is true. Now let's look at Trump. This motherfucker wants to go to war with everybody. How much money do you think Halliburton's going to make? How much money do you think Rockefellers are going to make? How much money do you think Ford Company's going to make with all the tanks and bullshit? How much money do you think whoever's involved is going to make? They're going to make a shitload of money. All these, you know, Illuminati fuckers. How much money do you think they're going to make out of every fucking war that we're going to be in? And we're going to be in quite a few, apparently, by the sounds of it. Like, if Trump had his way, we would be in World War III right now. We'd be in Syria. We'd be in Iran. We'd be in North Korea. And that's just a 3 top. I mean, that's just the top 3. And then you take what he's doing, his tax cuts that are literally for the rich. How much money do these fuckers need? I mean, it's not about greed anymore. They have gone past that. Like, obsession and just fucked in the head. And, dude, I don't know, man. Again, how much money do these fuckers need? And then we're sitting there talking about net neutrality, or they're going to raise prices. How much more fucking money do they need? I mean, they fucking killed the president over shit like that, for money and greed and bullshit. They've started wars. We know that. I mean, CIA and all these other places, they've literally had different names for different projects where they could set things up. I'm sorry, 9/11 to me is a fucking inside job. You cannot persuade me otherwise, especially after watching this video and the whole JFK cover-up. It is a cover-up. It was a cover-up. I mean, seriously, you got dude being carried in with all the police, and he's yelling, "I'm not resisting arrest. I'm not resisting arrest." And then once he gets inside, he gets gunned down. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking serious? Lee Harvey Oswald got gunned down. I mean, based on this video, are you kidding me? Shit, I wouldn't even be surprised it goes all the way back to Abraham Lincoln and shit. That even has questionable issues. But I'm telling you, the Prescott Bush was a scumbag, dude. Holy fuck. If even a possible second of that video is true, that guy is a complete scumbag. And his family is fucked up too. His family are assholes. And I'm telling you right now, The whole fucking reason we went into Afghanistan had nothing to do with 9/11. We went in there for the fucking drugs and the money. The only reason we went in there. Now, I would look at it as a larger picture and say that we also went in there to take out the leadership. And I think the whole Arab Spring was supposed to be kickstarted by Afghanistan. And, of course, that didn't work, so we went into Iraq. And all these other Arab nations were supposed to see the freedom, and they're voting for the first time, and it was supposed to catch on like wildfire and blah, 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 and it didn't. It did under Obama. Whatever Obama did, I think Obama had something to do with that shit. I think him and his people were doing something to get that shit kick-started. But we totally went in there for fucking... I mean, the poppy seeds, it's the only reason we went in there. That is the only reason we went into Afghanistan. And to take out the leadership and put in a puppet who would be more willing to side with the New World Order. That's basically all it was. It was a twofold thing. Now, either 9/11 was just a random fluke thing, and we took advantage of it and said, oh, let's blame these guys because we can do some damage over there and make some money. Or the whole thing was a fucking setup, and I would be willing to bet the whole thing was a damn setup. Okay, I'm sorry. Building 7 gives me the shits, and that's all I'm going to say on that. And the fact that the fucking fuel does not even get hot enough, like, it's not even at its hottest degree, it's still half of what you need to bend, to melt the steel. So, fuck you. Give me a break. The whole thing is garbage. The whole thing was bullshit. I wouldn't be surprised. Because, again, the whole point, if we don't have somebody to fear, then guess what? We have nobody to go to war with. We have nobody to go to war with. We have nobody to, no way to make money. You can't make money off a war that doesn't exist. You can't play both sides and say, well, I'll give you tanks and stuff, and I'll give you the motors to go in the tanks, and I'll give you this, that, and the other to keep your ships in order, and your weapons in you know, whatever. I mean, seriously, do you realize that most of the shit that the Germans were using against us had some connection to America? They were being killed by our own stuff. I mean, do you realize that? Like that picture of Auschwitz, and you see the train track? That's an American train track. American-made train track going into that place. I mean, dude, oh my God, it is so... I don't even know what to make of it. It's like, this is like new, because, like I said, I am not a history buff. I really don't give a fuck about history. I've never been a big history buff. Only because the teachers that I had in school were fucking idiots. Like, we had this one teacher, and all you did, walk in the room every day, the lights were out, and there was an overhead projector, and she would write and just talk and write. And we were supposed to take notes. And once she wrote, we were supposed to write and then learn. And I was like, I got better things to do. I just doodled on my notepad for 45 minutes. I couldn't tell you a thing that woman had to teach. That was not a teaching style that was conducive to me. So, I don't know. I don't know. I did like the stuff with the Sumerians back in the day. I did like that, especially in the Christian school. They wanted to teach that. There were a few moments where it was like, okay, this is interesting stuff. The rest of it, like history, like, 1777 and 1447 and 1333. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a damn. Okay, thank the Christ we have Google today, because I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm trying to learn that shit back in the day when you're 15. I mean, who gives a shit, you know? No, like I said, JFK was before my time. A few years before my time. Whitewater was before my time, so... And I'm 40. Damn, Jesus, God in the morning. I'm 40 fucking years old, and that shit was before my time, so holy crap. And these people, I'm telling you, these people, they're scumbags, all of them. The Bushes specifically are just scumbags. I don't... I don't know, man. There's some fucked up shit going on. And this video is great. I don't want to take it all hook, line, and sinker and be like, oh yeah, it's 100% accurate. But there's some definite, I don't know. There's definitely some interesting moments in this video. Seriously, watching JFK take that bullet, because he grabs his throat at first, and he's just kind of like hunched. He's just like there. Apparently, he had a back brace or something, and he's just kind of like sitting there. And of course, wife is like, oh, she's all going nuts, and she goes in to like lean in to like hug him or whatever. And then boom, the side of his skull just goes. Okay. Oh god, that was. I mean, I've seen it before, but I've never seen it like that, like in this video, and it's just like, and because they did it over and over, so you just see it, and it's just like, it's like something out of a horror movie. And then the fucking video actually showed like a dead, like a corpse picture of him laying there with his head busted open. Yeah, dude, it's just surreal as fuck. I mean, holy crap. Like I said, I've seen the video before. I mean, I'm familiar with the video, but it was just knowing potentially that it was an inside job and not just Lee Harvey Oswald, not just some lone idiot. Oh, I'm sorry. The guy didn't look that fucking bright. I'm sorry. There's no way that guy, after missing twice, is gonna make a headshot on a moving vehicle. No. Okay, CIA, you gotta do better than that shit. Okay, you guys done fucked that up. You done fucked it up. Okay, I'm calling you shit out on that one, because that's bullshit. I mean, if you're gonna do something like that, you damn well gotta do it proper. Okay. Ain't no way he made that shot. Because, I mean, how much, I mean, unless he went to the gun range like every other weekend, which I don't know, maybe he did, but even if you just have a basic understanding, and you're a hitman or something, and you've got a basic understanding of a rifle, or whatever it is he used, there's no way. There's no freaking way. No, I'm sorry, no. You can't persuade me otherwise on that. And it's fucked up, is what it is. There's no nice way to say it. It's completely fucked up. And what these assholes potentially did to him, JFK, is just bullshit. It's straight up fucking bullshit. These little mob bitches trying to get some fucking money, and they acting like they're fucking tough guys. Illuminati motherfuckers is what they are. Give me a break. And again, how much goddamn money do they fucking need? How much money do the fucking Rockefellers need? How much money do some of these fucking people need? How much money do the goddamn Bushes need? Seriously. Got more goddamn money than they're ever going to be able to know what to do with. What the fuck is old man Bush going to do? Oh, going to give it to his grandkids? Yeah, fuck that. Fuck his grandkids. And fuck W too, by the way. See, the problem is I don't think W's smart enough to know what the fuck's going on. Oh, maybe that's just an act too. Who the hell knows? Maybe he is a lot smarter than people give him credit for. Yeah, I mean, what better way to blend in than act a fucking clown? I don't know. But old Prescott there, holy shit. He's a shady motherfucker, I can tell you that right off the bat. And at 41 can kiss my ass. Probably try to grab it, the old fucking bastard. I mean, seriously, these pisses me off is what it does. It irritates me and it pisses me off all at the same time, and that's not a good combination for me, because my heart rate goes up and my blood pressure goes, and I get pissed. But seriously though, if like I said, even if a tiny bit of that shit was even real, forget it being true. Just I don't know, man. This video is one hell of a conspiracy. Let's put it that way. Now, I don't know how much truth there is to it. I'm not going to sit there and say it's 100%, but holy fuck, if oh, God, I don't even know what else to say. I'm going in circles, but yeah, it's anyways, what else is there to talk about? So, speaking of end times bullshit, apparently there's this new thing. I don't know how new it is, but it's new to me, so it's new to me. So if it's new to me, it's new to me. That's what I'm going to say. Anyways, excuse me. Shit in my throat. Anyways, apparently, I have not done this, but apparently, if you go to Google Earth, now there's a verse. What's the verse? Something. Hold on, let me look it up. Because I want to make sure I quote it proper. It's in Job 38, 4 through. Well, I'll read the first two verses. Whereas thou, when I laid the foundations of the earth, declare if thou hast an understanding. Verse 5. Who hath laid the measures? Excuse me. Laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest, or hast stretchest a line upon it, whereupon the foundation thereof fastened, or who laid the cornerstone thereof, blah 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 blah. Okay, but what's cool about this verse, the foundation of the earth, keyword, foundation of the earth, key term, declare that if you have understanding, thou hast laid measures thereof, if thou knowest, and who stretches a line upon it. So you got the foundation of the earth, measurements in lines. Okay, keep that shit in mind. Now, what they're saying, and I haven't done this myself, so I can't prove it one way or the other, but I think you can. I'm too lazy to do it. If you go to Google Earth and you look at Israel where the temple is, now there's the temple wall, there's the little Dome of the Dicks, and then right next to that, like almost in the parking lot, there's this circular area where bedrock, i.e. foundation, the bedrock is, and that's where people suggest that the Ark of the Covenant laid within this circle. And they have this little canopy thing over it, and there's actual bedrock right there. If you take a line from Google Earth, from that spot, and take it to the Great Pyramid, take it to Britain, take it to France, take it to wherever the fuck you want to take it, however, I don't know if it's miles or whatever the measurement is, whatever the first four numbers are, because it might be like in the millions, like, I don't know, million miles away, or 100 million gazillion miles away, whatever the measurement is. You take like the first four, and they tend to be dates. You draw a line from that place to, let's say, Britain, and I think it comes out to 1948 or something, which is when Israel got statehood. And then if you go to the Great Pyramids, it's something, and there's all these, because like if you look up, Google search, let's say Great Britain and 1948 or whatever, I could be wrong about Great Britain in 1848, whatever, 1948, whatever the fuck it is, whatever it is, and you Google search that, there's they did something with Israel at that time, apparently, and it's kind of cool. Especially when you look at it with that verse about the foundation, and if you have understanding, tell me now, kind of a deal. And if you draw a line from, that moment and blah blah blah, it's kind of cool. I don't know if it's true. I have, like I said, I haven't looked it up, like actually done it myself. But like, I guess you could take that line, go anywhere. Like, now it has to be like where it was founded, like where Great Britain was founded, like the first. Now Great Britain expands a large area. You have to find like right where it was founded, and draw a line from there, from point A to point B, and then whatever the number is, it's some sort of date, which is really, really cool. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. It seems cool. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool. Especially in cahoots with the verse. Because you put the verse in there, and then you put that. It's just, I don't know. It's very cool to me. I think that's all there is to talk about. So, you know what? Yeah, no, this... Whatever, you gotta watch this video. It's 3 hours long, and I hate 3 hour long videos, because, like, my ass hurts when I sit there for that long, but I had to watch it in a couple settings. And it's fascinating. This video is fascinating. So, and if I find it fascinating, it's gotta be good, because it just... I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you now, so fuck you.